Very good morning, my dear friends. Welcome back to Chandan Logic's English YouTube channel. And my name is Sham. I am going to spend some time today in this live session on synonyms related to banking exams. Already in our last session, that was yesterday, we discussed some very important synonyms, vocabulary based questions related to banking level exams, especially PO level exams. In this session, also, we are going to spend some quality time on practice sessions, practice exercises based on synonyms. PO level. When I say PO level, what difference does it make? Is all about the standard of the question and the standard of the vocabulary, my dear friends. So I have got a very positive feedback from some students yesterday itself who were actually telling me that so the question paper is of a very good standard, sir. The vocabulary is very good standard vocabulary, sir. And I was so happy when I received a very positive feedback from some students. Of course, I know that some students would find the questions very difficult. But at the end of the day, our preparation must always be of a high standard. From the beginning, if your preparation is of a very good standard, naturally you will get to find the original question paper easy. Okay, so in this session also I'm going to give you some tough questions. You have to face the challenges. Are you ready, my dear friends? Let's get started. I once again welcome you all to the English class. My name is Sham. Very good morning, Shivani. Very good morning, Sharanya. Is my voice audible? If yes, please message in the comment section. Yes, sir. And we will start the session immediately. Am I very audible? And like yesterday, I told you that I would work on the volume issue. I would try to increase the volume much more. Give me one day more. Today evening, I will start working on the volume. I will increase the volume to a higher decibels. So, Shivani and Sharanya, very good morning. As of now, my voice is clear, right? Okay. I hope my voice is not too low. Okay. So you're watching the part 2 on a beautiful topic called synonyms of banking level. You're watching Chandan Logic's English YouTube channel every morning 8 o'clock. You can see me here, and every evening 7:30 you will see me on Chandan Logic's Telugu YouTube channel. So Chandan Logics has given you a free course. Any student can get this free course and you can practice all the free exercises, practice questions, 7,000 plus questions. And students who want English classes can take this course, and at a very reasonable price and a very good discount. English classes all yours. Okay. So today I want you to speed up the process, as many questions as possible. Let us try to questions. Let us try to cover more questions than yesterday. Let's get started, my dear friends. Question number 1 here on the screen. Question number 1 here on the screen. Yes, my dear friends. Yes, my dear friends. Yes, my dear friends. I'm waiting for your answer. I'm waiting for your answer. So, what are the options talking about here? The options talking about fortuitous. So, do you know the meaning of the vocabulary fortuitous, my dear friends? Fortuitous means anything that happened by chance. You didn't actually do it deliberately. It just happened like that. It just happened like that by chance. By chance. Okay, that is called fortuitous. I think everybody knows the meaning of the word opaque. Opaque, the meaning is very unclear, whereas transparent meaning is very clear. Transparent meaning is very clear. And what is the meaning of the vocabulary deterministic? So deterministic means fixed cause. Deterministic means by fixed cause. by fixed cause is deterministic. Okay, by fixed cause is deterministic. And what is the meaning of the vocabulary incidental? Okay, so incidental means what, my dear friends? Incidental means consequence. By consequence is called incidental. Incidental means something that happened by consequence, something that happened by consequence. By consequence. Oh, so nice to know. I forgot to tell you that most of the trending topic questions were covered by you, sir, for the SBI PO held on Saturday. So happy to hear. Oh my God, your name is Sweet Poison. Oh, I still can't believe it. So you are a sweet poison. So you are a sweet toxic. So your name is also interesting and your message is also much more interesting, dear. But so happy to know that. I will try to work. I'll try to work much. I'll try to work much harder for you people. And very frankly telling you, to take this 1 hour session, whether you believe or not, I do minimum 2 hours homework. Do you know this? To take 1 hour session, I do minimum 2 hours homework. What kind of questions shall I design? What kind of options shall I design? I take the support of multiple sources, and I do a lot of research. So, only for the fact that we are doing some great things. Getting a government job is not related to one student. If one student gets government job in a family, many people in the family will have the impact of that. Correct? In a family, if one person gets a government job, 5 people can live a happy life. So if you get government job, you will be happy. Your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, tomorrow your future life partner, your children. So one person in a family getting a government job, that to PO kind of job, is actually changing the lives of many people in a family. And I know how responsible I am. That is why even yesterday one of my members of my family was asking me, you're constantly working hard, why? I say this is not a small responsibility. There are many people who take my classes seriously, who follow my content seriously. So I am doing some responsible thing. So happy to hear that news, my dear friends. Incidental means consequence of something. Explicit means very clear. Explicit means very clear. Arbitrary means random. Something done without any proper plan. Something done without any proper plan, that is called arbitrary. I think everybody knows manifest. Manifest means readily perceived. So manifest means something which is readily perceived. Something which is readily perceived. Readily perceived. So this is how the vocabulary in the given options look like. I know the vocabulary are very difficult, but don't worry, anything is possible with practice, my dear friends. Okay. So now what is the given question he's asking? What is the given question he is asking? See, stochastic. What is the meaning of stochastic? No, something that happened fortunately without any plan, just something that happened by chance. So stochastic synonym is fortuitous. Direct vocabulary, my dear friends. Direct vocabulary, my dear friends. So stochastic opposite is fortuitous. Although the molecular biologist initially regarded the anomalous methylation pattern as stochastic, which means there is a scientist, there is a biologist, there is a scientist, there is a biologist. He said anomalous methylation, he is doing some research as fortuitous. Subsequent longitudinal analysis reveal the apparently cryptic regulatory mechanism, in fact governed by subtle environmental triggers. Unclear. Shyam sir, I did not understand, sir. Can you explain in a easy language, sir? I did not understand, sir. Can you explain in a simple language, sir? I'll tell you in a simple language. Although the scientist said this process happened just like that, still there is a lot of confusion. I'm decoding it. I'm putting this in a simple language. Although the scientist said this process just happened by chance, fortuitously, stochastically, still there are a lot of opaque things that scientists have to explore. Uh, so I'll give you one more example. Although you are saying that success came to you very easily, there are many unknown secrets that we have to find. Okay, so stochastic means, oh, secret lover got promotion to sweet poison. Congratulations for your promotion, and very soon I wish you will get promotion as probationary officer also. So nice. Okay. So the meaning of the sentence is, although there are, although the process happened just fortuitously, accidentally, there are many things that we can't understand. Okay. Opaque means can't understand. Opaque means can't understand. Sham sir, what is this, sir? What if we don't know all these vocabulary, sir? Then I will tell you one shortcut. But of course, even to apply that shortcut also, you need to have some understanding of positive negative word, correct? Opaque is a negative word, my dear friends. Transparent is a positive word. Explicit is a positive word. Manifest is a positive word. Okay. Manifest is a positive word. Okay. And I think if you apply this shortcut, this is the only odd man out. So maybe you can try this way. But now you learn the vocabulary also. Stochastic means fortuitous. Cryptic means unclear. Cryptic means unclear. Cryptic means unclear. Okay. Question number 2, my dear friends. Question number 2, my dear friends. Question number 2, my dear friends. Let's speed up the process. Today I said I wanted to cover more questions. I wanted to cover more questions. I wanted to cover more questions. Yes. I wanted to cover more questions. I wanted to cover more questions. Yes, my dear friends, I have given you enough time. I have given you enough time, my dear friends. I have given you enough time, my dear friends. A very simple question, dear. A very simple question, dear. See, I'll tell you a shortcut now. Cohesive is something very strong. Cohesive is something very strong. Tenacious means very strong. Tenacious means very strong. Brittle is very weak. Brittle is very weak. Compact is very strong. Fatafat. Fatafat. But if you know the vocabulary only, at least you can try to answer something like this. Still, there is one more shortcut, my dear friends. One more shortcut, my dear friends. Okay, one word substitutes. One word substitutes. One word substitutes. There is one shortcut, my dear friends. Shall I tell you the shortcut? Pelagic means, my dear friends, related to open sea. Pelagic means related to open sea. Open sea. Littoral is a word related to shore. Littoral is a word related to shore. Shore, you know, shore. Estuarine is a word related to river. Only deep sea is related to under the sea. Under the sea. So this is outside, 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 inside. outside, 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 inside, positive, 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 negative. So option C is the right answer, my dear friends. But here you have got the chance to learn a lots of vocabulary, my dear friends. So pelagic is a word related to open sea. Littoral is a word related to shore, seashore. Estuarine is an open river, open river. Deep sea is only related to inside sea or under the sea. Remaining options are cool options. Brittle is a minus word, my dear friends. It is only negative word. But I want you to focus on the vocabulary, dear. Bathyal means related to open sea. Brittle is friable, which is fragile, which is feeble. So this is the way you get the answer, my dear friends. But apart from the answer, I want to also explain this sentence briefly so that you will understand something out of this. Okay. So marine geologists concluded that the submarine ridge was not merely bathyal in origin but also friable, rendering the sediment exceptionally vulnerable to displacement during deep sea. Here only answer is already given, dear. Here only answer is given. Deep sea tectonic disturbances. So he is talking about submarine ridge. This is the problem he is talking about. This is the problem he is talking about. So he is basically talking about the problem submarine ridge. He is talking about the problem submarine ridge. Submarine ridge is the problem. So this problem happens in the deep sea, but it is a very sensitive problem. It is a very weak problem. Because of that problem, what is happening? Lot of tectonic disturbances are happening. Lot of displacements are happening. It is a technical term, submarine ridge. That is the problem. That is the problem. Vocabulary, vocabulary, vocabulary must be your strength, my dear friends. Can you try the question number 3, dear? Can you try the question number 3, dear? Can you go in a shortcut, my dear friends? Can you go in a shortcut, my dear friends? Last 5 seconds. Last 5 seconds. Yes, I think in these options, tough vocabulary are not there. Tough vocabulary are not there. Okay. Let me come from here. Let me come from here. Do you know the meaning of the vocabulary mystifying? Mystifying means confusing. Mystifying means confusing. I think revelatory means reveal. Reveal some secrets. Reveal some secrets. Reveal some secrets. Reveal some secrets. I think everybody knows the meaning of the word secular. Secular means non-religious. Secular means non-religious. Ordinary is ordinary. Ordinary is ordinary. Ordinary is ordinary. That is done. Okay. Ordinary is ordinary, which is understandable. Ordinary means understandable. Understandable. See, the historian, there is a historian, famous historian, argued that the prophet's aniconic tradition gradually was overshadowed by dash rituals. Arey yaar, here answer is there. What are you waiting for, my dear friends? Here sacred revelation is also there. Revelatory, come on, you are missing some clues. Tough vocabulary will kill your natural confidence. 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 Will kill your natural confidence. Here the answer is already given there. So what is the problem? The answer is already given there. What is the problem, my dear friends? Easy question, correct? Easy question, correct? Easy question, correct? Easy question, correct? Right. Let's go to the next question, my dear friends. I'll explain the meaning also. See, there are a lot of hierophantic rituals. Hierophantic rituals means the rituals which reveal sacred things. Array yaar, here he is talking about sacred, something related to God and religion. So he's saying that sacred things are revealed. And how can you say secular? Secular is non-religious. He is already clearly saying sacred revelation means you are revealing some sacred things related to God and religion. How can you say secular, ordinary? It is not confusing. Revelatory. Revelatory means revelatory, image free. Now I'll tell you what is aniconic. Aniconic means image free, no images. I'll give you one example, but I don't want to specify any particular religion. Some people of some religions, they worship to God with some images. People of some religion, they worship to God using some images. But people of some religions, they worship to God but they don't have any image. They only worship to God in imagination or nature. You understand? There is no image. Image free. That is called aniconic. Aniconic means no image, my dear friends. Aniconic means no image, my dear friends. Please make a running notes of all these vocabulary, dear. Question number 4, friends. Question number 4, friends. Question number 4, friends. Question number 4, friends. Any shortcut? I want you people to answer this. Don't look at the question first. Look at the options first. Any shortcut that you can identify here? Any shortcut that you can identify here? Any shortcut that you can identify here? What is the shortcut that you have identified, my dear friends? Visionary is a positive word. Strategy is a positive word. Far-sightedness is a positive word. Short-sightedness, negative word. Fatafat. Fatafat. Short-sightedness is a negative word. Fatafat. Yes, you're right. You don't even have to really get into the question. Just based on the options. Some people have vision, long-sightedness, far-sightedness, strategy. And short-sighted is a negative word. Negative word. And this also, see, flexible is a very positive word. Fluid is a very positive word. Adaptable, positive word. Rigid is very tough, negative word. This is the only option with 2 negative words, my dear friends. So what I am trying to say is Shyam sir has been constantly trying to give that confidence to the students about PO level tough questions. They are tough, no doubt. If you have to understand this sentence, it will take 3-4 minutes. If I have to explain this sentence, will take more time. But every tough problem has an easy solution. Don't look at the questions, look at the options. Don't look at the questions, look at the options. Just look at the options, my dear friends. How simple now the options are. So inelastic means not elastic, rigid. Yes, like Sharanya was saying, you're right. Like Sharanya was saying, myopic means short-sightedness. So if you want me to explain this, I have no problem. Despite repeated warnings from market people, experts, investors remained inelastic. Means lot of warnings have been given, but investors are very rigid, very arrogant, very strong. And the problem is they have no vision. They are very short-sighted people. That's all. Thereby amplifying the severity of the financial correction. I will give you one easy example in the same model. Even though I have given warnings to Mr. Ganesh 4 times, he has no vision in his life. He has no proper strategy in his life. He is very rigid fellow. He is not listening to my suggestions. He is wasting his career. Okay, lots of vocabulary today. But my dear friends, if you see from yesterday to today, you will find some increase of your confidence. Increase in confidence will happen. Question number 5, my dear friends. 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 Follow any shortcut. Follow any shortcut. Pure shortcut. Can you find any shortcut, my dear friends? Can you find any shortcut, my dear friends? I have a shortcut already. Mild. Do you know mild? Mild means very, very less. So mild means very, very less. Soothing means very, very soft. Benign means very, very, friendly. Benign means very, very friendly, harmless. If you see, these three options are in a positive tone. Corrosive is destroying. Corrosive meaning is destroying, destruction. Corrosive is destroying, destruction. Corrosive is destroying, destruction. Corrosive is destroying, destruction. That is the only positive option, my dear friends. That is the only negative option, my dear friends. Here also, if you see, gradual is very slow, very dull. Latent is very slow, very dull. I think explosive is destruction. This is a very negative word. Chronic is also negative. I think both are negative. I accept both are negative. But here I think this is easy. If you see. And I think everybody knows this word fulminant tissue. Fulminant tissue means a tissue which is very dangerous. Fulminate, fulminate. Reaching the climax. Okay. Any doubts you have regarding these questions, please let me know. I have no problem. I don't want to run fast. I want to go fast, but I don't want to run fast without any direction. I believe in quality and also accuracy, speed and accuracy. I'm not a person with desperation or I'm not in a hurry. Quality matters for Shamsa. Yes. Caustic means something that causes destruction. If you take wrong decisions today, that will lead to caustic lives. Wrong decisions will create caustic consequences. Caustic, very destructive. Caustic, very destructive. Caustic, very destructive. Okay. Okay. Question number 6, my dear friends. Can you try the question number 6? Can you try the question number 6? First of all, you see the two vocabulary. If you don't have an idea, don't worry. Come to the options. You will find some solution, my dear friends. You will find some solution. There is no problem without a solution, dear. Yes. Yes, my dear friends. Yes, my dear friends. Can any student tell me a wonderful shortcut in this question? I have. Sham sir has already discovered a beautiful shortcut. Who can tell the best shortcut? He is a student of the class today. I don't want the answer. I want a shortcut. I don't want the answer. I want a shortcut. Who can identify the best shortcut? He is the student of the class today. Only 10 seconds time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No student is able to find a shortcut. Shall I tell you a mind-blowing shortcut? Shall I tell you a mind-blowing shortcut? Shall I tell you a mind-blowing shortcut? I think Sharanya was trying to come with a shortcut. Sharanya was trying to come with a shortcut. I think Sharanya, you are very close to my shortcut. 99% Sharanya is close. My dear friends, do you know this amphi? Amphi means what? Do you know amphibians? Do you know amphibians? Amphibians are the animals that live both on the land and also in the water. Do you know ambidextrous? Do you know ambidextrous? Ambidextrous people can write with both the hands. So generally ambi. This prefix, the meaning is two. Two means dual. Dual means two. How is Shamsa's shortcut? What's up, dear? Yes. Okay. Now, having explained you the shortcut, I'm also now going to give you the meanings. Okay. Rigid is very tight, very tough. Okay. Elastic is very tight, very tough. Okay. So viscous means, viscous means like very tight, very tough, sticky, very tough. Shear thinning means very loose. So this is the only odd man out. This is one way. This is one way. Okay. This is one way. There is other way, hydrophobic. My dear friends, what is the meaning of phobia? Phobia means don't like. Hydro means water. So hydrophobic means water resistant. Correct. Hydrophobic means water resistant. Water resistant. Water resistant. Do you know polarity? Polarity means North Pole, South Pole, polarity. And oleophilic. Oleophilic. My dear friends, philic means liking. Philic means liking. Oleo means oil. They're all one word substitutes. Oleophilic means attracted to oil. You know, bibliophile, Vishnu, Sharanya, secret poison. No, sweet poison. Do you know bibliophile? Bibliophile is a person who loves to read a lot of books. Mechanical word, shearing. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sure you are from mechanical engineering. Okay. Only mechanical engineers will know something like this. I hope you are a student of mechanical engineering. Okay. Right. Okay. Chalo. Let's go to the next question, my dear friends. Seventh question. Seventh question, my dear friends. My dear friends, question number 7. My dear friends, question number 7. My dear friends, question number 7. Oh, really? I think my guess was correct. Because you're from mechanical engineering background. Oh my goodness. I'm sure mechanicals, you're a boy or a girl, I have no idea. Usually in mechanical engineering, in engineering colleges where mechanical engineers, boys will be more in strength, correct? I was working in a few engineering colleges before, and mechanical engineering students, if there are in a classroom, if there are 90 boys, only 10 girls. I think mechanical engineering students, usually boys will be of a higher strength, correct? Okay. Next. This is a very simple question, dear. This is a very, very simple question, dear. See, appropriate is a positive word. Appropriate is a positive word. Eligible is a positive word. Valid is a positive word. Unqualified is a negative word. Come on, fatafat. And how simple this question is. ineligible, not qualified. Come on. You don't even have to waste your time on this. I think this is the easiest question in this entire synonyms 2 classes. Synonyms 2 classes. Yeah. Sarit Chandra. Mechanical engineering students, I know. So I was working in a lots of engineering colleges before, and mechanical engineering students, boys will be of 90% strength and girls are 10%. Okay. And in most of the engineering colleges, mechanical engineering students are like, they will not have proper resources, proper equipment, proper professors. They will not get the actual knowledge. And the placement also is a problem. Placement also is a problem. You're right. IITs and NITs, come on. Arey yaar, IITs and NITs girls will be of more strength. Girls are cleverer than boys usually. That is a scientific fact. Women are wiser than men. That is why all the NITs and IITs, you will have bigger strength from women. Okay. It could be 60-40 also, not 50-50. Yes. Question number 8, my dear friends. Any shortcut that you are finding here? Any shortcut that you are finding here? Any shortcut that you are finding here? Yes. Any shortcut you are finding here? Yeah. I think, see, rain abundant. Rain abundant means full of rains. Humid means, what is the meaning of humid? Humid means very, very, I can say very, very, I think it contains some moisture. Humid means it contains some moisture. It contains some moisture. Moisture means wet. Moisture means wet. Temperate means very moderate. Temperate means very moderate. Coastal is near sea. Coastal is near sea. Coastal is near sea. Near sea. Coastal is near sea. Okay. Now come here. Arid means very dry, no water. Arid means very dry, no water. So naturally fertile means very good productive. Fertile is very productive. Everybody knows seasonal. Everybody knows seasonal. And alpine is a word we use to talk about, mountains. Anything related to mountain is alpine. Anything related to mountain is alpine. Mountain. Anything related to mountain is alpine. 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 Okay. Anything related to mountain is alpine. Okay. Yes. I think this question, there is no direct shortcut actually. There seems to be no direct shortcut, frankly. But I can give you one parts of speech support. I can give you some parts of speech support. Parts of speech support. Dash phases. Phases. Phases means stages. Okay. There is nothing like mountain phases. Mountain phases what? There is no meaning for mountain phases. Mountain phases. Mountain phases. Okay. Fertile phases may be little possible. Seasonal phases. Dry phases. I think this question maybe Vishnu is trying to say a shortcut. So xeric means arid. So xeric is very, that's anyway, that's a direct vocabulary knowledge. But I'm trying to find any shortcut without vocabulary knowledge. But I don't find too much of shortcut here. Sedimentary records indicated that region experience, you're talking about a particular region, and that region experienced dash intervals. So that region experienced coastal intervals? No. What is coastal intervals? Rain abundant intervals, humid intervals, temperate intervals. I think this question is a tough question. No direct vocabulary here. I mean, no direct shortcut here. The only option is to have vocabulary knowledge. Anyway, what is the meaning of the word pluvial? Pluvial means wherever it rains more, that is called pluvial. So pluvial means rainy. Pluvial means rainy. And xeric is a prefix. Xeric means very dry. Xeric means very dry. Xeric means very dry, very dry. Xeric is very dry, very dry. Okay. Xeric is very dry. Today Sai is not present in the class. Today Sai is not present in the class. That is why Sai, if Sai had been present, he would have been already asking, Sham sir, increase the volume, sir. Sham sir, from tomorrow we want justice. We want reading comprehension from tomorrow. If Sai is there, he creates trouble. If Sai is not there, I get bored. I will go with Brooke. If no negative, you're right. You're right. If a question like this comes, honestly, leave such questions. If a question like this comes where there is no clue, where there is no vocabulary that you know, leave. See, leaving a question is not a crime. That is something a wise man does. You know, a wise man knows what questions he has to leave. A wise man knows what questions he has to leave. So if you get a question like this, the best solution is to leave that question, because not very good shortcuts are present in this question. Question number 9. Question number 9. Question number 9. I think yesterday I scolded Sai. He was nagging. So I think he was hurt. Today he didn't come to the class. Because constantly he was nagging, Ray. So that creates any a little, friction for the faculty. So see the options: outmoded, outmoded. Are yaar, this is an easy question now. After a tough question, we have an easy question now. Anachronic is also normal vocabulary. Anachronic means something related to ancient. I remember some vocabulary related to this. Anachronic means outdated. Anachronic means outdated. Anachronic means archaic. Anachronic means ancient. Anachronic means primitive. Anachronic means outdated. Anachronic means outdated. Anachronic means outmoded. See, outdated, outmoded. Anachronic means very old, like that. If you don't know these vocabulary, no problem, just look at the options. Advanced is a positive word. Innovation, creativity, positive word. Contemporary means present, now. Outmoded is outdated, old. Outmoded is outdated, old. Outdated, old. Outmoded means outdated, old. Outdated, old. Okay. Vulnerable is very sensitive, weak. Fragile is very weak. Permeable is a science word, physics word, chemistry word, physics word. Permeable membranes. In biology also we have. In plants also we have biology. Like this one. Botany, permeable membranes. Membranes through water will pass. Sensitive. Intrusion proof, very strong. See, I think you can handle. See, from yesterday to today, I'll tell you a change. I'll tell you a change. Yesterday, when you were looking at the questions, there was a sense of fear. Oh my God, how to handle this nonsense. Today, you have no fear. I'm telling you, you have no fear. Your subconscious mind is telling you, Arre yaar, chalta hai. Look at the options. Some shortcut will be there. That is the power of practice, I always say. Tough questions will be tough only for the first time. Later on, tough questions will be also easy. See, English is all about attitude. English is all about attitude, perception, perception. Your fear will go off if you practice questions like this. Your fear will go off if you practice questions like this. Okay, can you try the 10th one, my dear friends? Can you try the 10th one? Any shortcut among the options? Any shortcut among the options, my dear friends? Any shortcut among the options, my dear friends? Yes. Are yaar, very easy options, dear. Very easy options, dear. Accidental means without your knowledge. Incidental means just like that. Incident. You didn't decide to do it. You didn't decide to do it. You didn't decide to do it. Random means something just happened like that. Purpose driven is something which is done purposefully. That is the answer. That is the answer. That is the answer. That is the answer. Okay. So accidental is something that happened accidentally. Incident means just by chance, fortuitously, not deliberately, unexpectedly, unwantedly. Purpose driven is something that has happened only with a proper purpose. So I'm a purpose driven faculty. I'm a purpose driven person. I'm a purpose driven teacher. And you're all purpose driven students. Purpose driven students. Purpose driven students. Okay. So remaining vocabulary are also, I think, same problem. So variable, different, composite, mixed, fragmented, broken, uniform, only one, uniform, only one, uniform, only one. Okay, right. Okay, right. I have a doubt now. I think Sai didn't come to the bank class because Sai has already taken his test. SBI PO is over. I think now Sai is focusing on CGL. Now I am afraid Sai will come every evening in the CGL class. I understood. From today evening, I think Sai will appear in the CGL classes, and there he will start again. You know. So today evening, I think I'll see him suddenly in the CGL class. So Chandan Logics is giving you a wonderful offer, 499 rupees. Any course you can take, any one course you can take. The offer is ending on August 7th. Don't miss this offer. 0 to Hero 2.0 special batch is beautiful course. You can take it. 6.0 Champions batch is for you. Okay. So yesterday we could cover only 10 questions. Today more than 10. Yes, 11th question. 11th question. 11th question. 11th question. Any shortcut, dear? Any shortcut, dear? Quick shortcut. Quick shortcut. I already found a shortcut. You didn't find any shortcut? I have already found a shortcut, dear. Shall I tell you a shortcut? Shall I tell you a shortcut? Do you know philanthropic? Philanthropic is a person who helps others. Philanthropic is a person who donates money to others, who is a very helpful person. He does charity. In the movie Srimantudu, Mahesh Babu is a philanthropic person. He donates money. Magnanimous person, very kind person, very helpful person. Liberal person, very open person, very helpful person, very kind person. Stingy person is a person who is very selfish. Stingy person doesn't want to spend money. Stingy person doesn't want to spend money at all. Stingy person doesn't want to spend money. Very miserly person. Parsimonious person. Parsimonious person. So stingy person doesn't spend money. Parsimonious person. Parsimonious fellow. So stingy person is a person who doesn't spend money. So he is known as parsimonious fellow. He is a parsimonious person. He is a parsimonious person. So positive word, negative word, positive word, positive word, dear. Okay. And haphazard, dangerous. Haphazard, dangerous, negative word. Meticulous is a very, very careful person. And methodical is a very, very, methodical means procedure. Methodical is a very strong procedure. And sequential means in the right order. Sequence is a right order, jumbled sentences, sequence. So sequence means order, positive person. See, positive, order, positive word. This is the only option with all negative words. Haphazard, stingy, haphazard, stingy, haphazard, stingy. All negative words, all negative words, all negative words. Okay. Can we try one more, dear? Can we try one more today? Can we try one more today? Yes. I think directly based on the options, you have a very easy option, dear. Here you have a very, very easy option, dear. Migratory. What is the meaning of migratory? Going out. So migratory means outside, going out. Migratory means outside, going out. Exogamous means outside. Exo means outside. Exo means outside. So nomadic means, what is the meaning of nomadic? Nomadic people are the people who are very, very independent and they don't want to depend on anybody. They always wander. They always go outside. Outside. Within the group is inside. Within the group is inside. Within the group is inside. See? Again, same. Independent, unrelated, diverse. These three are synonyms. And this is the only opposite word. Closely related. Easy question. You don't even have to look at this. See? Exogamous opposite endogamous. Consanguineous. Consanguineous means very closely related. Consanguineous means very closely related. See, after this live session is over, I want you to sit and write your vocabulary notebook, all these wonderful, wonderful vocabulary, dear. You should know all these wonderful, wonderful vocabulary, dear. Maybe one more question, maybe the last question today, if you can get the answer very quickly. Yes. Maybe last question today, if you can get the answer in less than 1 minute. Anybody answer? Anybody answer? Any answer, dear? Any answer? Yes. So, conceal, everybody knows what is the meaning of conceal. Conceal means hide. Conceal means hide. Ambivalent means unclear, having some mixed feelings. Ambivalent means unclear, having some mixed feelings. Having some mixed feelings, okay? Having some mixed feelings. So implicit means implied. Implicit means implying something, implied. So demonstrative means express something very openly. So demonstrative means indicate. Demonstrative means you're indicating something, you are showing something. You are showing something, you are showing something. You're showing something. I'll give you one more way of the same process. So demonstrative means show very clearly. Demonstrative means show very clearly. Conceal, implicit, ambivalent, it is slightly unclear. These three options are slightly unclear because when you are hiding something, not clear. Implicit means you are not directly talking about it. You are talking about it indirectly, not clearly. Ambivalent means having mixed feelings. Ambivalent means having mixed feelings which is unclear. Ambivalent means mixed feelings which is unclear. Okay. So now the only possible best option is the first option, my dear friends. First option, my dear friends. First option, my dear friends. Okay. First option, my dear friends. And if I have to tell you the other options also, literal means exact. So literal means exact, my dear friends. When we use the word literal, means exact, my dear friends. When we say literal, literal meaning means exact meaning, okay? When we say literal meaning means exact meaning, okay? And autonomous means everybody knows this is an autonomous college, independent college. Ours is an autonomous college, autonomous university, independent university. And universal is universal. Everybody knows universal is universal. And again, context pointing is context. Okay. I think here there is no direct shortcut, but here there are wonderful shortcuts. These three are unclear words, and this is very, very clear. So today we have discussed 13 questions, my dear friends. If you observe, each question has 2 words in the meaning and 8 options, overall 10 words. So today we actually have to cover 130 vocabulary. Yesterday I have covered 100 words. Today I have covered 130 words. Yesterday and today, 2 classes, 2 hours class, means 120 minutes class. Yesterday and today 120 minutes session, I have discussed 230 vocabulary, which means if you are a sincere committed student, if you have a vocabulary notebook, which always Sham sir tells you to maintain, you should have already 230 words neatly written in your words. Maybe out of these 230, 30 words are simple words like this, universal, it is not a big word. At least you will have 200 vocabulary. And also some tricks and shortcuts how to follow, like for example ambivalent, amphi means two, so dual. Prefix, suffix, positive, negative, tone of the vocabulary, parts of speech. But yesterday's session and today's session we have tried to cover very good number of vocabulary, and also I have tried to explain some good standard questions. I hope this standard will help you, my dear friends. So before I end the session, I also want to tell you that tomorrow's session is going to be on word usage, a simple section, simple topic, word usage, how to use words in a sentence. After that, again the next 2 days, maybe Wednesday and Thursday, I have designed 2 sessions on antonyms, like 2 sessions on synonyms. Wednesday, Thursday class will be on antonyms, and tomorrow Tuesday, right? No, tomorrow is what day? I think I'm losing my memory. I think I'm getting I'm getting dotard. Dotard means, what is the meaning of dotard? Dotard is when you have too much of stress, you lose your memory. Alzheimer's also started. So today is Tuesday. You have Monday and Tuesday you have synonyms, and Wednesday you will have word usage, and then Thursday, Friday you will have again tough sessions on antonyms. So tomorrow's session is simple session, word usage. Thank you so much for being wonderful audience, and leave your feedback in the comment section at the end of the video. Thank you so much.